What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, PDubs, MichaelB the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
You know, here I am. I'm sipping a Mountain Dew, and I'm totally jealous of Carl, man. What you got going on there, brother?
Man, that's a Corona margarita, baby.
Oh, show that off to the live audience. Let them see. Look at Detroit Love. He's in the house.
I bought these glass probably a year ago, and they've been sitting in the corner. I said, let me make one tonight.
Awesome. Hey, guys, welcome to the Super Game Room Dudes. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Friday nights. We like to call this the Friday Fun House because we do like to have fun here. Sometimes on some episodes, giggles are guaranteed. We're not going to guarantee that this week. We're not. There's nothing funny going on, guys. We need to have a serious show. Don't you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, things have been getting out of hand lately. Michael B's been off the rails. Ain't that right, Michael B?
The bingo bus is coming. Da, 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 da.
Who do we got in the live chat? Do we have the usual suspects? We got Todd Cottrell. We got Kongs R Us. Jeff Rainwater. Ladies and gentlemen, he's now Rainwater Games. He's going to make it rain up in here. Adam Kalb, Hazo, Conte, Apple of My Eye. Who else is here? We got everyone here tonight. Loco Maverick. Wagner's Tech Talk is here, guys. Give a shout out to Wagner's Tech Talk. Wagner, good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. Oh my God, Jog is rubbing off me. Did you hear what I just said? Good to see you, my friend.
My friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
I'm waiting for somebody when I say that, hello, my friend, for them to come back and say, we're not friends.
Yeah. So the theme of tonight's episode is I want to believe, and there's a lot of stuff that's going to kind of play into that. So for starters, guys, I want to believe that Nintendo is coming out with a remake of House of the Dead. Do you guys believe that this is actually happening? Restalgia, what are your thoughts on this, my friend?
I call shenanigans.
You don't think it's
true?
It's not true. Guys, is it real? Is it going to happen?
Yes, of course it's happening.
Tell me what you guys think about this. What do you guys think of the live chat about a House of the Dead remake on the Nintendo Switch? And does that excite you? Does that interest you? Are we going to have light gun technology? Michael B, the Game Genie. What do you? Oh, go ahead, Restalgia.
It was actually me talking, and I was saying you're going to have Joy-Con technology. It's going to be much like the Wii version where you're pointing the Joy-Cons at the screen.
Carl, what do you think, man? You've played House of the Dead in the past, right? It's a classic.
I have. It's a game I enjoy. I would love to have that on the arcade cabinet. You know, I have never played my Switch on the TV, so I would imagine you would have to do that with this game here.
Well, I like House of the Dead, you know. The Wii versions and stuff, like lots of fun. But I'm worried about is it really going to be Joy-Cons, Michael B? Like, did they say no announcements about light guns or anything coming, huh?
I didn't see anything about that. Now, with the Wii, there was gun attachments that were out, so maybe someone will make a gun attachment for a Joy-Con.
Yeah, like the plastic shells that you stuck your Wiimote into.
Yeah. And do you think that would be a good experience, Restalgia? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be an okay experience. I think that, well, I know that there's at least one company that I've spoken to that is working on technology that can get a light gun working with the Switch. I just have no idea if that's something that's going to come out anytime soon or if that's coming out later. So it looks like, I mean, you've got the crosshairs, so I'm sure that's probably going to help kind of with the motion on the Joy-Cons. But yeah, I mean, I think it's totally doable.
Yeah. Well, I hope that they come out with a light gun. I'll be honest, though, if there's no gun, I'm probably not going to pick this up. I don't want to play with a controller or even with a Joy-Con, you know, like, or do you think well, like you said, though, there might be a Joy-Con, like kind of like the Wii controller, you put it in the gun for the Wii gun. Yeah. You're saying that we might see that for this?
Yep. Yeah. I think that's probably the most logical thing.
Well, then listen, that might be okay. That might be okay.
Listen, man, I'm also an old school G that bought House of the Dead 3 for my Microsoft Xbox, and I had a lot of fun playing through House of the Dead 3 just using the controller and the, what do you call them, crosshairs. So, I mean, there's lots of fun ways this can be played. Trust me.
Interesting. Al says no blood, but I would swear on that last photo we saw some, we saw some blood right here. Oh, no, that's player damage right there. Well, still the player damage is red like blood, right? I think we got some blood in here. We'll have to find out more. Obviously, this just
why in God's name would you make a House of the Dead game with no blood? Just like, well, we don't want that mature rating.
I don't know. Go ahead, Detroit Love. What were you saying?
I was just saying that would be silly if it didn't have blood.
Yeah.
I couldn't see them bringing it out if it wasn't going to be a fun experience, and I can't see it being a fun experience without a gun. And so hopefully they release it the right way so that we can really enjoy the game.
Well, if we need to get blood added, we'll just have Zohar do it like he got blood added to that MVSX cabinet for Neo Geo, right? I'm sorry, not for Metal Slug. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Guys, Evil Genius Entertainment is here. You guys definitely want to check out his YouTube channel. He's doing a great job delivering arcade and gaming news. Do me a favor, guys, go check out his channel. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, support content creators. We'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, so moving on from that, we got all kinds of stuff going on. And I know we want to get to the arcade and gaming news, but also MichaelB, the Game Genie, is very excited about something coming to Netflix. And MichaelB, why don't you tell everyone what you're so excited about while I try and find it here?
Yeah, Castlevania Season 4, one of the most successful video game to, I guess you call it, media transitions there's ever been. That Castlevania animated series on Netflix, I mean, the first season was way too short, but it was really good. The second season was hot fire. The third season just seemed like it was getting from one point to another. It was a transitional season. I mean, it's tough. It follows the characters from Castlevania 3, and they basically finished the story in the second season, but the third season went on. It was really weird, and the fourth season's coming up now on May 13th. I'm hoping it's going to be really exciting, and apparently it's its last season too. This will be this will finish the entire series, so no more Castlevania after this.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. I've never seen a single episode of this on Netflix.
Oh, you're missing out. You can skip the third season, but season 1 and 2, oh.
Well, what made the third season bad?
It's just it was they had finished the story from the game in season 2. And it was really transitional. I mean, like, nothing happened. Like, what kind of person would enjoy a movie where somebody's just walking towards a mountain for 3 movies? It was kind of like that.
Oh, really? Oh, it was just, 3 movies of walking?
Yeah, 3 movies of walking. And then finally,
that is such a funny scene in Clerks 3 where they're dissing the trilogy, and they're like, there's only one trilogy. And they're arguing about Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings. And I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I got Lord of the Rings stuff everywhere. So to me, like, I was kind of like that. I think I was the Hobbit guy. Remember the Hobbit guy who he threw up in the store? That was hilarious, man. I love that scene.
Second best scene in the movie. Kinky Kelly was the best.
Oh, Kinky Kelly. Let's not go there. We'll definitely get we'll definitely get monetized. Now, I'll tell you what I did watch on Netflix that I enjoyed is they have a Godzilla series on Netflix. The Godzilla series. Did any of you guys check that out? And I enjoyed that. You guys might want to check that out. Guys, let me know in the live chat. Do you agree with PDubs? The Godzilla series on Netflix is a fun watch, but I haven't watched Castlevania. I got to make time for it. Dude, I still got to watch The Witcher. Like, I haven't watched The Witcher yet, and they're already, 2 seasons in now?
They just finished production on the second season right now, so yeah.
Kinky Kelly. I miss my donkey.
I miss my donkey. Where's Kinky Kelly? I'm Kinky Kelly.
Now, we do want to get to the
TV, but I've really been enjoying Invincible on, I don't know if that's Prime or Netflix. I don't recall which one it is. But Invincible is a animated superhero series, and it's pretty interesting.
It's based off the Robert Kirkman comic.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
What's a Robert Kirkman?
I think you know what a Robert Kirkman is.
Did he ever do any Batman?
Walking Dead. Come on now.
But did he ever do any Batman?
Look at that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I got my Walking Dead.
Robert Kirkman is the mastermind behind The Walking Dead. Him and Tony Moore.
Show or comic.
So Invincible is on.
What do you mean, show or comic? He did He made the comic and then he headlined the show.
Well, one's good. I'm just trying to figure out which one he was involved in.
Well, he was involved in both, but
so he's 50-50.
Nah, I don't know. I think the show was good up until a certain point, and then it got good again.
Hey, did
I'm watching it now. It got good again. Yeah, it kind of like due to hit the fan. I'm trying to think, when was that? That was like season 7. It was like really season 8, season 9 were kind of like bleh. And then now season 10's pretty good.
I can't watch it anymore. I just
100% agree with Jamie right here.
All right, let me tell you something.
The best.
I watched the first Human Centipede movie, and I will not watch the sequels. I mean, that movie will mess you up mentally. That movie is a tough watch. But
you just haven't lived it yet. That's all.
But we got a lot of cool things coming out that pertain to pop culture, as well as comic books and video games and stuff. For instance, the Lord of the Rings series coming to Amazon. Rumors are it's going to be a little bit more like Game of Thrones. They're going to add some nudity and things in it, which I hope they don't, because that's not what. No, in all. What's so funny?
I'm going on an adventure and I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, you might say, well, PDubs, how dare you not want to watch nudity? But I honestly feel it would ruin what Lord of the Rings is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point to have it. You know what I mean?
Where was there time for nudity? Like, what nudity?
Yeah.
Work nudity? I don't get it.
Now, if we're gonna see some troll balls, okay, man, let's see some big gray troll balls. But let's not. Come on, man. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of. They're gonna try and make it what they said Game of Thrones style, and I'm like, oh man, just make it Lord of the Rings style. You got 6 movies to make it in that style, and it'll do well. Yeah. Tolkien isn't Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Poor George R.R. Martin. I swear he's going to be dead before the next 2 books come out. Oh man, we're jumping We're jumping all over topics here, guys. Right now, we got to get to the video game stuff. Was there a Resident Evil Netflix series announced, guys? Speaking of video games, I must have missed that. If that's true, that is true.
That is true. And they said they're going to make it more grounded in reality with the games. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have some weird cyber robot woman
with psionic
Mila Jovovich. Oh my God.
Power.
And everybody's like, man, and apparently it's one of the highest grossing film franchises of all time. Like, I don't get it. It's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, like Fast and the Furious is horrible. Yet they're at movie number 9.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot of people who'll disagree with you on that.
They're at movie number 9, and they're going to make 3 more, and it's like, enough is enough, I'm sorry.
If it makes more money than it costs to produce it, they're going to keep doing it.
I still why aren't they still making horror movies then? Because horror movies cost $48 to make, and then they made millions of dollars. Like I don't get it.
Welcome to the show. We were talking about troll balls. Yeah, you guys are ridiculous. And speaking of goofy stuff that has been happening in the world, we got to show you something that happened to our merchandise store. But before we get to the merch, we need somebody to plug it. And who's gonna do that? Who's gonna make that plug? I know who.
Oh man, shaved today. My wife cut my hair.
You're looking good, Mike.
Yeah. Hey everybody, head on over to Restalgia's Teespring store where you can get your very own Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. We got all kinds of stuff. You can get shirts. Well, it's mostly shirts. We're on them. They're awesome. They're fantastic. Go get yours today. Restalgia's Teespring store and support the Super Game Room Dudes. We're fantastic.
All right. Now here's what I noticed when I was checking out Restalgia's Teespring store, because I was going to place an order myself for some of our new shirts. And I noticed that something got added to the store. What the hell is this? What is this? I'm a copstitute?
The sweater's better.
What is this? Why? No one's gonna buy this. Why did you make this, Restalgia?
Well, one, I didn't make it. I just turned it into a beautiful T-shirt. And I'm sure somebody will buy that. Somebody will buy that.
And it's like, dude, like I remember this was from a couple weeks ago. MichaelB was educating us about police. When you're with a prostitute and police come banging on the door, and Restalgia, you said sometimes cops are prostitutes or something like that. It was hilarious, man. And now you made and then someone in our live chat said I'm a copstitute, and you made a T-shirt for it.
Well, our good friend Kamla sent me this design. So
all right, you know what you need to do, because nobody's gonna buy this shirt.
I don't think so. Look, hold on, we got people. Add to cart.
You need
and use coupon code SG. What is the thing? What is it? Super Game Room Dudes. So SGRD.
You couldn't remember just SGRD.
SGRD, and you get 10% off your purchase. Who wouldn't wear that shirt? I think you're wrong, PDubs. I think that'll be my #1 selling T-shirt.
No one's gonna buy this.
RD. Come on.
Right. We need to give away a Copstitute T-shirt because nobody's gonna buy one.
You know what we're doing wrong? So, we haven't sent one to Mrs. Kong's yet.
Oh no, we're not doing that. That would be so rude. No, we're not. You don't send this shirt to a lady. Come on now.
See, Zohar just bought 12.
All right, guys. We should give one away. Let's do a giveaway, Restalgia. I'll pay for it. Let's do a giveaway.
Okay.
All right, guys.
We'll do one. Hold on. Wait.
Right.
Show the sweater. Can you get access to the sweater or no?
Let me look. Product.
Yeah, go down. There you go. Up. There's a long sleeve shirt, but you want that sweater. So I did something special on the sweater. So if you look, okay, so look at the front. Okay, I put the logo there, but then check out the back.
Oh, I don't want our name on this shirt.
It's already on there. It's already on there. You can't get away from this, man.
All right, so
this has got PDubs written all over.
All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to give away a Copstitute sweater because no one on earth is gonna buy one. So let's do.
Whoever wins can pick if they want a T-shirt or a long sleeve shirt or a sweater, whatever. You guys, can pick. Whoever wins gets it.
All right, so let's see here, Detroit Love. Let's get a trivia question from you. And first person in the live chat that we see. And guys, remember, we have 4 chat rooms that all filter into a single chat on our end. So whoever we see on our chat first will be the winner. So you got to be fast with the fingers. Detroit Love, whenever you're ready, we can throw out a trivia question for the crowd.
I got a question for MichaelB. MichaelB, why does PDub thinks I'm good with trivia? Where did you get that?
No idea.
I'm not sure either.
I'm trying to keep all the hosts involved. Come on now.
Don't keep me involved. MichaelB's better with trivia.
All right, MichaelB, fire away, MichaelB, because we got to move on to the next thing.
Merciful Christ. Ha! Okay, first one who can guess.
Can't Google.
What? No,
It
it's
can't
not
be on
something.
Google.
Well, this is a very simple one. It's going to be a speed
All right.
test.
All right,
What
speed
game?
test.
What game on the Midway Legacy cab doesn't have the correct controls?
Oh,
Every one of them.
There's one specifically.
all right. Type that in the private chat just so we're all on the same page. And while we wait for that to come in, and then we're going to switch gears. We're going to start talking about Arcade1Up, AtGames, and iiRcade, guys, in just a minute. So bear with us, please.
Let's see here.
Is it Paperboy or Defender, or what's the answer?
The answer is Paperboy, and we got, I believe, Jason, Third Floor Arcade, Paperboy.
All right, Third Floor Arcade with Jason.
Hold on. I got. I thought I had somebody else actually.
No,
Hold on,
that's
let me
the
just
first-
make sure. Is that the first one that we can see?
Yep, that's the
Yep.
first one we see in the combined chat, guys.
Yep.
All right,
I got.
Third
I don't know if that's right.
All right. By the way, we got to ask Jason. Jason, do you live next door to the Arcade1Up warehouse? Is that why you get all the cabinets before everyone else on YouTube? What's going on with that, brother? He gets all the cabinets immediately. What is a legacy cab? All right, guys, let's continue on. Continuing on. So
Jason, you got to reach out to us so that way we can get your information here.
yeah.
Jason, and 45 other people, please email Restalgia tonight.
Also, if you guys, let's do one more. Let's just do one more. We're already one in. We got to get.
All
This is going to be the #1 hottest selling T-shirt of all time, and not just on my channel. This is across.
No,
just
this is
the apparel industry altogether.
It's the
This will
stupidest
sell.
thing.
This will
It's the
sell more
stupidest-
T-shirts than Nike does.
Stupidest
100%. Nah, you're
All right.
wrong.
But can we give it away for half price?
We can just give it away for free. Like that's better.
No. Let's do half price.
What? Hold on, half price? Have we all gone mad?
That's right. Half price.
Let's do it for free.
All right, we'll do it for free. We'll do it for free, guys. Sorry. You'll have to take a free shirt. I know you want to pay half. All right.
We may as well. I mean, like these are going to be worth some big money. You got to sit on these things for 30 years and then sell them. They will be hot commodity, man.
All right, let's get to it, man, because we got a lot of stuff to cover here. So when it comes to trivia, what else do we got? Who's going to do a trivia question?
Detroit, love, you are way better at trivia questions than Michael B. So you're going to have to come up with one.
All right, let me take one more sip. Let me see if I can-
It's going to be for free. Look at Zohar. Zohar would pay full. That setup was gold. Yeah, and that's not the only one you're going to see tonight. Trust me. Not
Make it
Michael
about
B.
games.
Come on, Carl. We need a good trivia question that is not something that has ever existed on the internet. Just make up a question and make up an answer,
Okay.
or actually give a
One
real.
of my favorite
All right.
games from way back in the day. The guy's name was Duke what?
Duke what? Ooh.
Yeah, what's his last name? Duke.
Oh,
this one's
oh,
easy.
easy. Dukes of Hazzard. Easy. Dukes
His
of
first
Hazzard.
name was Duke. His last name was what?
Famous video
First
game
one.
character, guys.
Put that
There you
T-shirt
go.
up while people are
No.
looking.
There it is.
No.
Put that one back up. People want to see what they're winning. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Wait, they're all coming in flying. Chris Miller might be our winner, guys. Hold on.
Yep, Chris Miller, Duke Nukem.
Also, you're automatically disqualified if you think my comment stinks, Kev Gret. So Kev Gret is out.
Oh, don't be mean. Don't be mean.
Who's the winner? I missed that. Who's the winner?
Chris
It was,
Miller.
Chris Miller.
Chris Miller, make sure you touch base with Restalgia. Restalgia, what's your email where he could email you?
Just send it off to restalgia@gmail.com.
Restalgia@gmail.com, guys.
Kev Gret.
You guys need to be nice to Kev Gret. Kev Gret's one of our favorites.
He's good people.
Congratulations. We got 2 Copstitute T-shirts or sweaters or whatever are going
Yep.
out now. These are. I'm going to put these limited sale, only available for the next 36 hours.
Now,
All right,
remember, guys, when you guys are wearing your Copstitute T-shirt, if someone asks you if you're a cop, you have to tell them that you are, according to Michael B.
No, there's some debate about that. We're looking into it. Restalgia says they don't have to.
They
However,
1,000,000% do not have to.
However, yes, a police officer in Canada that is not in his uniform does have to identify himself.
Incorrect.
Yes, he does.
No, he's not.
Guys,
if he's an undercover cop, he does not need to identify himself ever because he's undercover.
We have 200 people waiting for arcade and gaming news. Come on, man.
100%.
Listen, I just want to know if I'm going to get arrested.
Oh my God. I hope your wife doesn't watch this show. Good Lord. Oh my God. All right, guys, let's start diving into arcade and gaming news. But before we do that, we definitely want to show off a really cool mod completed by our very own Detroit Love. That's right, guys. Make sure you check out Detroit Love's YouTube channel. He has finished his Galaga Countercade mod, and he definitely wanted to show you guys this. And also, it's on his modded Arcade1Up stool that swivels, guys. It absolutely swivels. And Detroit Love wanted to tell you guys some key things to remember about modding this cabinet. Take it away, Detroit Love.
Oh man, this thing came out really great. Geek Sales provides the video controller board, which is the key component to modifying this thing. So once you get that in there, you can put a Pi, or you can put a 60-in-1, whatever you want to do. But I had to have my handle. These guys give me crap about it. Another word. But that is key for ventilation and being able to carry this thing.
Tell them what that handle's made out of. That looks very familiar, Detroit Love.
Arcade1Up always puts these little handles on their boxes. Don't throw those things away. You can reuse those. I've been having a Corona margarita, so bear with me.
Yeah, I notice you're kind of stumbly right now.
Hey, no problem. But this thing is awesome. I'm using all the stock buttons, and every game is playable with 3 buttons. This thing looks like it's stock, but it plays everything.
I love this comment. They asked, does it have a shoulder strap? Can you carry it like a purse?
Can it play Mortal Kombat 11 on there?
Well, this is a Pi 3D Plus.
So only Mortal Kombat 10?
Well, you only have 3 buttons. You're very restricted on how many buttons you can put here. This thing is tight as a copstitute.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with where you're in there.
Dude, Detroit Love it. Detroit Love is all over the place right now.
Right.
There you go.
I'm just letting you know. You're not going to be able to put 6 buttons on this thing.
Now, what I do like is you went the most cost-effective way. You reused the stock control panel, the stock monitor, and that way you could save some bucks. How much do you think this mod cost you all in, including the $50 for the cabinet?
Probably $150.
That's pretty good, man.
If you go to my YouTube site, I have the parts list. So I don't know the exact number because I didn't add it up yet. But it's using a stock speaker, and the speaker is pretty loud.
Look how drunk D Love looks.
He's in Pina Coladaburg.
You guys, do me a favor. I see a very good comment in the chat by Brad. Tight as a copstitute. Who would like to see that as a T-shirt?
No, stop.
Put one in the chat
that.
if you guys want to see that, and then I will specifically put the PDubs logo right on the bottom too.
Yes,
Enough of that. You guys are ridiculous. Now, hey Carl, what image did you put on your Pi, and how many games does it have?
it has 101 arcade vertical games, and it's called the Button Masher.
The Button Masher image.
Yes, sir.
There you go,
It has
guys.
all the
Look,
classic, all the games that you want to play. They have Centipede, Millipede, which would be a little difficult to play, but you can play it.
oh my god. Oh my god. Enough of the Constitute. Guys, let it go. We got to have a professional show.
People want to see it. You got to give the people what they want, man.
All right, let's go. Let's zoom in here. Okay.
And like Bobby Vu would say, it's clean like a mother.
There you go, guys. Make sure you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get off full screen there. Make sure you guys. Carl, can you turn that off?
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Whatchamacallit, make sure you guys go check out Carl's channel, check out that video. Also check out 19K Fox on YouTube. He's done a couple Galaga Countercade mods as well. So yeah, there you go, guys. The Galaga Countercade mods are coming. People love them. I'll be doing mine this weekend as well. I could tell you, oh, where did he go? I could tell you one thing. We did, the hardest thing was finding that Geek Store board, but luckily Tommy Lien sent me the link and my board arrived yesterday. So now I have the board to reuse the stock monitor. I was afraid I'd have to replace the entire monitor and all that stuff and all that. So it'll be, it's nice to do a cost-effective mod. Ain't that right, MichaelB, the Game Genie?
I've never done a mod, so I have no
I
idea.
know. I know. That's
To the
why I
wrong
asked you. I know. That's why I asked you. All right, guys, let's dive into some news. We're going to talk Arcade1Up real quick. So if you guys don't know, Mel Kirk was on the Pinball Blockade podcast earlier in the week, and he did at least acknowledge that some of these pinball machines have got some issues. At least the Marvel and the Attack from Mars. I don't have the Star Wars, so I don't know if any of the games have any issues or anything like that on that one. But he acknowledged it and said there's potential that they will work on some fixes. Restalgia, do you think that do you feel a lot of confidence in that we're going to see this happen?
Not particularly, not from the Zen Studio side, but from the Arcade1Up side. There's been a lot of promises for fixes on a number of cabinets, but we haven't seen any of them. We've seen a few. I should give them credit. We have seen a few, but there's a number of fixes they said they were going to do, and we haven't seen that 6 months now, 7 months. So I'll believe it when I see it. I guess that's kind of my perspective.
I would like for it to happen, especially because they have the the ability to do a micro USB flash, right? So I would like there to be some fixes on these machines. In my review videos, I had to be honest with my audience and say, this doesn't look good, this doesn't look good. But of course, I pointed out all the positives as well. No, I have not fixed my chair yet. We're still rocking, missing one wheel, hence me sitting very still, no sudden movements. What do you guys think?
Do a barrel roll.
What do you guys think of the live chat? Do you guys think that Zen Studios will partner with Arcade1Up and send out some firmware updates for these pinball machines to make them a little bit better for us? What do you guys think? I mean, we're not going to say that they're not going to do it, but Mel said that they could possibly do it. And Mel, we got a message for you from the Super Game Room dudes.
We're ready to believe you.
So please get us those firmware fixes, my friend. We would love to see those on those pinball machines. Go ahead, MichaelB.
So I'll ask Restalgia, who's a scientist, and I'm a bit of a scientist myself, what can they actually do? So for the people that are asking for fixing the contrast, is that something they can do with a firmware update? They can allow settings to fix the contrast. But from what I understand, they can't do anything to fix the resolution. Is that correct?
No, they definitely can't fix. Well, I mean, the monitor that's in there can run 1080p, but when you're saying, like, can they bump it from 720p to 1080p? They won't do that. They could, they won't. That's going to require a serious amount of engineering and optimization. I don't see that happening as something they do as just like a freebie. I think 720p is good enough in their eyes, and I think a lot of the end users are going to be totally happy with 720p. The actual color contrast, they can only do so much. So they can potentially tweak in-game settings, like the gamma settings and things like that, that typically in the Zen Studios pinball software. But the actual solution would be to fix the TV settings. But you can't do that through software.
Oh, that sucks, because it's a really good TV monitor. Like, everybody that's gone in and modded it uses the stock monitor, and it looks beautiful. So there's nothing they can do.
I don't anticipate there's really that much that they can do. They can probably improve it, but they can't make it like really pop the way it should.
Well, I think they can do it. I think they can do it. They just won't do it. I think if they do it, they'll do it with the version 2. They won't change what's already in the market.
Yeah. I think that if they're going to release a second wave or a version 2 or new tables or something, whatever, a second lineup of different games, I can see them maybe spending a little bit. Well, no, I don't even want to give them that much credit. I think that they would consider fixing the color contrast. That's something that you can see right away, though. Like I'm surprised that they didn't even try to make any improvements on that.
Yeah, guys, it's kind of sad because we expected these machines. Maybe we had too high of expectations, but then again, I think some of the stuff that we would like to see happen, it does not seem unreasonable when it comes to kind of cleaning up the DMD, as well as cleaning up some of the performance issues on the games, cleaning up some of the the high score saving issues on games. This does seem like stuff they could at least do for us at the minimum, considering we just spent $600 on these cabinets and
$1,000 here in Canada.
And considering the prices are going up, folks, from what we're hearing. Zohar gave us a $5 super chat. He waited for the pinballs since CES only to have the monitor die 3 days into April. He only waited 15 months. No biggie. Ouch. That kind of stinks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Zohar. But yeah, Michael B., what have we heard from some of our Canadian retailers about Arcade1Up pinball pricing?
Yeah, well, we've got a great partner here in the Brick that does everything they can for the consumers to get arcade and gaming stuff out there. They're the leader, probably right next to Buy Stuff Store, but probably the biggest retailer in Canada, sending out the AtGames stuff, and they do a great job with the Arcade1Up stuff too. And we got a notice from them today in our Facebook group that once the Attack from Mars tables, the current allotment that the Canadian distributors have, sell out. That's it. There's not going to be any more until at least the fall. And when they do come, expect an increase. Now, we already got one increase of $50 to the stock price, and that was asked, and we were told significantly more. So we're thinking hundreds of dollars. There's been rumors that the base price in the U.S. for just Arcade1Up cabinets alone is going from $399 to $499. So it looks like all these are going to go up, and it's not really a surprise because the component parts and shipping have all gone through the roof in the last little while, and these companies have to make adjustments somewhere to meet their profit margins. So get ready for price hikes, guys. Lots of them.
And in all honesty, guys, and we're not dogging on Arcade1Up, I think this is going to impact all of the arcade and gaming companies when it comes to finding monitors, cost of monitors, when it comes to finding glass, cost of glass, when it comes to finding these beautiful little PCB boards and cost of chips and chip shortages, guys. I have a feeling we're going to see price hikes on all of these arcade and gaming cabinets from all of these companies. So please, we're not just dogging on Arcade1Up. We're just telling you guys that these cabinets that are $500 a pop are probably going to be a lot more than $500 a pop by the time the fall releases come out for all of these companies. And I think it's fair of us to say that. So we'll have to keep our eyes on it. Restalgia, how do you feel about what's going on with part shortages overseas and how it's impacting these companies and how that's going to end up getting passed to us as consumers?
I mean, it sucks, but there's only so much you can do, right? Like if there's a shortage, then supply and demand pushes that price up. So if, I mean, there are alternatives. They can look for a different chip. They can look for a different type of monitor, a different supplier. But even doing that, that's a lengthy process. You got to reassign new contracts, and you got to buy in volume, and it's not easy. As a manufacturer of any product right now, it's in the electronic world. It's not a good time.
Yeah. Well, continuing on before we switch over to AtGames to talk about some interesting updates going on over there, Arcade1Up Pong Table has finally made an appearance in the field. Folks are receiving their Pong tables, guys. Michael B., the Game Genie, what have you heard about the Pong table? And guys in the live chat, I want to know your honest opinions and impressions on what you've seen in Facebook groups and YouTube channels. What do you guys think about that Pong table?
Well, I mean, it looks beautiful. It's taller than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be the height of a standard table, but from what I understand, it's as tall as most of the Arcade1Up control decks. So, I mean, it's about as tall as a regular pub table. I have one that my computer's on right now that I'm podcasting from or live streaming from, and the height is really good. It looks awesome. I mean, it looks like the 70s knocked on your door and came in your house. It's beautiful. The big thing that people are surprised by is the fact that we were kind of told there was going to be some kind of plexiglass cover throughout the entire table that was going to be waterproof. And we were trying to get our heads around how they were going to do it. And then when the final version came out, it only has plexiglass over the screen. And what Arcade1Up has told consumers is they use some kind of space-resistant, well, it's like playground-resistant paint that's also waterproof, that's over the deck, that's going to prevent any scraping or damage to the stuff. And it's also going to be somewhat waterproof or water resilient.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Restalgia? What do you think's going on here?
There's a few things that I noticed on there. In the original renders and the photos for their marketing material, the top looked really clean, but you can see here there's like exposed screw holes.
Yeah.
Which kind of looks stupid. Like they should have gone with an undermount for that, just so you get a nice clean look. And if you're using this as a table, just think about the amount of dirt that's going to get stuck in those. Yeah, like it's just going to get gross. And in terms of the plexi and the whole waterproof claim, this what you're looking at is not waterproof. At best, this is water resistant, and there's a major difference between something being water resistant and waterproof. So I'm going to call shenanigans, and I think that they really screwed this one up in terms of delivering on a promise that they made. So,
yeah, I mean, in my channel and in my coverage ever since this thing ever got announced, I was telling everybody, I was like, I think this is a really cool idea. It was a really innovative idea. I even complimented Arcade1Up on their social media. I said, this was a great idea, an innovative idea, a pub table. So cool, you know? But then again, and it looks great. I mean, I love the design. Someone called it a battery earlier in the chat, like a Duracell battery. And I think that's kind of a funny comparison, but I think it's a very cool looking table. But the fact that it's $600 and the fact that it's Pong, I couldn't pull the trigger on it. So I'm not going to buy it just due to cost. But in all honesty, I think this was a great idea. And is that the only issue with it, guys? Is that they didn't put plexi on the top? Is that our only issue, or are there other issues you think with this cabinet?
I mentioned the screw holes is kind of like a big, stupid, dumb move.
Yeah, the screw holes.
So many options that they could have gone with to undermount it to the side panels. I don't know why they decided to go with top-down screws.
There's also a very sorry. I'm going to jump in on Techno Billy there. I see his comment, but there's also a little bit of a design flaw. One of the actual backs on the four sides of the table has that backing Arcade1Up sticker on it with the product info. So you're limited to where that table sits if you don't want to expose that backing.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not cool, man. $5 super chat from Techno Billy. Marvel Pinball is on GameStop, and there is a listing for $800, guys, and a release date of November 1st. I think we should kind of pull that up and see if that is true live. Candace Victoria says this is her first show with us, so welcome to the show, Candace. We appreciate that. Now, the good news is these spinners appear to be the same spinners. They're revamped spinners that came with that Asteroids cabinet when it got revamped by Arcade1Up back, a year and a half ago. And it's a free spinning spinner. Now, is it as good as Glenn's spinner? Probably not. But it's definitely a free spinning spinner. Nowhere like that clicky. Remember the original spinner, guys?
That was a piece of junk. That spinner was. Oh man, it was like infuriating using that stupid spinner. You would try to do anything with it, and it would just like crunch and click, and it was terrible. It was just terrible. I hope that they've improved it. I hope that they've improved that, because that's a deal breaker too.
Oh my goodness, guys. He wasn't kidding. Take a look at this, guys. Hopefully this is a mistake, or are the price hikes coming sooner than later? Look at this. Arcade1Up Marvel Pinball, $5.99. But look, November release, $800, guys.
Wow.
Like we said, guys, prices are going up. Would you buy this for $800, guys? Let us know in the live chat. Zohar, $2 super chat. They'll make money when they sell plexi later.
I will be honest. Something that concerns me about seeing that jump in price is there an updated model coming that fixes the problems that the early adopters like us have seen? Is that the reason for the price increase? Like, are we going to get a better picture? Are we going to get better haptics?
No, absolutely not. We are not going to get anything different. We're going to get exactly what we have gotten. They just have to jump their price up.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Insane.
for the Canadian, the Canadian price is what, 1,200?
Yeah, it'll be somewhere around 1,250 if 800 US is the price.
800 US is brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. They would easily become the most expensive 3/4 scale or whatever pinball, like commercialized V-pin in the market. Way overpriced. That's a brutal price.
And the problem is, if they're successful with that price, then everybody else's prices goes up.
Oh man,
I don't know, man. That's I don't know if this is just a placeholder price. You can't take this 100% with you got to take it with a grain of salt.
That's a very big price increase, though. $200 American, like
that's nuts, man. That's nuts. But guys, we might see price hikes for everybody, not just Arcade1Up. Keep that in mind. But still, that's really, I think, going to kind of hurt our little communities, right? Like, you know, we can't. It's hard enough spending $500 a cabinet, but can you imagine now spending $800 to $1,000?
Well, you guys just changed my topic from my chill and chat Monday night, because realistically, I'm looking at this. Is this market like inelastic? Is there a price point? If the price point goes up, does the demand stay the same? Like, or is this price increase also going to affect this market and really create a downturn in the whole home arcade business?
Everyone's saying call the cops.
Call the constitutes.
100%.
Wow.
But you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, what about this? Alberto. A lot of people are saying, I'm going to wait until Arcade1Up or AtGames shows up in Sam's Club, and I'm going to buy it for $300 off. And all you guys are suckers because your early adopters are suckers. Guys, Arcade1Up is producing less cabinets. You know what I mean? Like, they're not, I don't see very many fire sales, you know, happening. Like, go ahead.
My favorite is the people that went to Sam's to try to get the AtGames Legends pinball, and like they were all like, "I'll just buy it at Sam's. I'll just buy it at Sam's." The Sam's one comes out $6.99, and they were like, "Oh."
Zohar, just charge $1,000.
Well, I mean,
you're close enough.
I was going to say, if Arcade1Up is raising the price on all their cabinets and their pinball machines, then I have to raise the price on my Copstitute T-shirt.
Oh no!
So we're going to have to raise that up. It's going to be $129.99. But you can still use coupon code SGDR for 10% off of your purchase. So make sure you grab them.
And don't forget, our Copstitute T-shirts are half the price of an Arcade1Up Pong Table.
What? Hold on, half price? Have we all gone mad?
Love that. I love that clip so much. All right. What were we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought. We're supposed to be talking about the Pong Table.
But let's go back to the price increase just for a second here now. And like what I said, do you think that if all these companies jump the prices up, is that going to make a shift in the market? Like, a lot of us are already sitting here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, my room's full. Now maybe I just don't care as much about trying to make room, because what's my price point where I'm like, you know, that's too much to be spending on arcade cabinets.
Come on, Mike, you're going to buy them either way. But I think that it's important to, sure, lots of companies may have a price increase, but when you're talking about going from $600 to $800, it's a pretty big price increase. Like, we're talking a 25% increase in their baseline pricing. I don't think that other companies, if they do a price increase, will be even close to that. I don't know if Arcade1Up just got really a bad deal, short end of the stick with some manufacturers. I know that they're, especially with pinball, they're running into problems more so than anyone else, because Allwinner, which is the CPU, the SoC that they have inside, there's a major shortage on SoC chips from Allwinner specifically. So because of that, that's going to really affect Arcade1Up, and it's not going to have an impact on some of the other companies because they aren't using Allwinner chips. So that's probably like the biggest contributor. But like, yeah, $800 for a cabinet with no Wi-Fi, and with 10 games, with 720p resolution. I mean, Attack from Mars, only 9 out of the 10 games work. With faulty haptics that you don't actually feel, way too much. Way too much.
it worries me more about the arcade cabinets because we want to have these arcades in our house, right? And that's one thing that Arcade1Up has given us is the ability to have arcades in our homes, and then we have these other multicade options that I have in a row behind me, which you guys know I prefer multicades anyway. But still, like, I have to be honest, guys. If these cabinets go up to $800 a pop, like let's say Killer Instinct comes out later this year, and it's $800 a pop, even though it has 3 or 4 games on it, and it has Wi-Fi for online. I'll be honest, $800, I'm out. I'm not buying cabinets at $800.
Think of what you can buy for $800. You can buy a PS5 and an Xbox Series X for $800.
Yeah, I'll just have
pretty damn close to that. Like,
I'll just have to buy the countercades, which will now be $500, right? And just do more reviews on countercades.
You can also buy about 6.5 Copstitute T-shirts for that same price.
Someone put
even
on here
after the price increase.
According to the Restalgia meter, all prices are going up by
60.39%.
60.39%.
I will tell you that I got a lot of hate both in my videos that I've been doing and on the Canadian fan page. Hate's not the right word, but a lot of negativity. When I talked about the price increases, people are furious about this stuff, like especially here in Canada, because we just got a price increase. Now we're being told there's a price increase coming around the corner, and exactly what I'm saying. The majority of Canada, the people in our fan page, that's what they're kind of saying too. They're like, you know what? There's a line where I'm just going to be like, whatever, man. I've got enough cabinets. If I want something new, I'll mod it myself and just move on with my life.
I got to say, like, I've got my Attack from Mars video coming out pretty soon, and I spent some time with that. And I'll tell you right now, it's not a positive review that's coming out for that machine for a number of different reasons. But like at $600, I already thought it wasn't a good value, and now at $800, it's like avoid that at all costs. Like if they're going up to $800 and they aren't putting in substantial improvements, then just I can't see it being worth the investment there. Yeah, I just can't see that. Yeah. In the Canadian market, we're tiny, to be honest. We make up next to none of their sales. So even if they dropped us off altogether, it's not really that much of an impact. But like $800 for that V-Pin, I can't see the value there. I just can't see that.
We should have just named this episode the Detroit Love Drinks Margarita and Eats Nachos episode. He's just kicking back. He's like, whatever. Oh my goodness, too funny. Yeah, price hikes, I think, are out of all the companies who offer. So here's what's interesting. You know, people are going to get mad when I say this, but you get more value for your dollar with the multicade cabinets. Just in my personal opinion, right? You get more games, you get Wi-Fi, you get some of them offer streaming services, some of them don't, like online play, leaderboards. You know what I mean? Like, just in my opinion, you get more bang for your buck with multicades. So I honestly feel like if it comes to price increases, I feel like Arcade1Up is going to be hurt the most by that versus the other companies. You know what I mean? Because even if Arcade1Up has to raise their prices to $700 a cabinet and iArcade is now $850, people are going to be like, well, for $150 more, I get a little bit more bang for my buck, right? I get a cabinet that does a lot more. Same thing with the Legends Ultimate, stuff like that. Do you guys think that's fair of me to say, or do you guys think I'm off my rocker? That
I do, but for very different reasons. They all have different models. I mean, you look at AtGames, for example. AtGames have a lot of units out right now. Their focus seems to be moving more to ArcadeNet and selling ArcadeNet subscriptions. And if they bank that up, they've got another revenue stream. So, I mean, the impact of them raising the price on their hardware isn't going to be that dramatic. Same with iiRcade. I mean, maybe a lot of people out there that have iiRcades already have them, and they've got more money coming from their software. But Arcade1Up, they don't sell software. Arcade1Up only sell hardware. So if the hardware goes up, and people aren't buying, there's nothing else coming in. So it could really be. I'm just caught off guard here. Escape to Arby's. What happened?
Well, I'll have to add this though. If the iArcade definitely becomes more attractive when you start raising the prices, because you're able to expand and put games on it. I think a lot of people have complained about that price. But if these games here where you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have the ability to add games to it, and you're you're making your price the same, then iiRcade becomes very attractive for sure.
And Mike Hawk, Mike Hawkwitz in the chat made an incredibly good point. This could be really good for Toy Shock.
Yeah,
this could be really good for Toy Shock because they're right now the best price on the market. Now they don't have all the bells and whistles, but they've taken the smart approach because they're not charging you the same price as all the cabinets with all the bells and whistles. So, I mean, maybe that's going to be like a really good opportunity for them to seize kind of the lower price market.
Guys, Tony C gave us a $5 super chat, said, hey, can we talk about the new arcade double up stand? It looks flantastic. I love that people are still using flan. It's been like, what, 10, 15 episodes ago? But yeah, let's check this thing out real quick, guys. It looks to be about $110. Let's see if I can get a picture. And I guess it's add your own artwork later. And is this for a countercade or what is this for? No, that's not a countercade. That looks like a custom shaped top cabinet here.
Is this the thing? I saw Bobby Vu building something there a little while ago. Is this Bobby Vu's build?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. But if it is, we know it's going to be clean. But there you go, guys. Make sure you guys head over to Arcade1Up and check this out in case you're interested.
Well, we can't get the stand if we have no idea what the top part is.
Yeah. It's for a bar top. You can get a Micro Center. There you go.
Oh, okay.
All right. There you go. Sorry. I didn't even know about it until your super chat. Just giving you your $5 worth, my friend. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's for real. Speaking of which, Restalgia. Yeah. So you are going to do the Pong. You are going to get a Pong table, though, right?
No, they're not taking my money for that. Absolutely not.
It's not for sale in Canada anyways.
I would not be buying one of those.
But you're going to import the Pong table. You told me.
I got a guy who can import it. You're trying to set me up for something.
I'm just laughing because Detroit Love, it just sounds like a circus in his basement right now.
Hey, what do you want for $1?
This guy,
you know, my mic picks up everything.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Guys, make sure you check out Restalgia's channel. He's going to be live streaming Pong tomorrow for real with Restalgia.
That's good. That one's really good. I like that.
That is good.
Right. You guys took that from my thumbnail. If you guys want those high-res pictures, just let me know. I will hook you up. I'm good with this.
Guys,
just keep the stuff coming.
Make sure you take your screenshots now of this week's For Real with Restalgia. This is another good one, guys. Thanks to Kamala, as always, for putting these together for the show. We greatly appreciate it. Look at it's a Restalgia Wicket. It's a Wicket Ewok, Restalgia Walk. I like the way you can get Wicket. Yep, it's a winner. Put it on a shirt, man. You're gonna have like 90 shirt options because of the man. Yep. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Oh, geez, did we get a $2 super chat? I almost missed it. Wagner's Tech Talk. Hold on. Let me get this picture off of here. Guys, make sure you check out Wagner's Tech Talk and subscribe to his channel. The guy is a consummate professional. He's not a copstitute like the rest of us. Enjoying the show, guys. Great job. This is for each of you to have a Detroit special margarita. Thanks so much. But I think you're about $60 short, Wagner, because those are about $20 a pop. Ain't that right, Detroit Love?
I have no idea at this point in time. This is my second one.
Dude, drinks. Dude, the drinks are on Wagner. We might get another 60. Play along. There you go, guys. Thanks so much, Wagner. We greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. So let's continuing on. So the Pong table, let's kind of put a pin in this. All
right, I think Arcade1Up already did.
Well, let's put our final thoughts. So my final thoughts are I absolutely love the concept. I actually like the design. The only thing I'm not happy about is A, the price, because I'm not going to pay $600 for Pong personally. It's not that important to me. And B, I don't like the fact that the plexi doesn't cover the entire top of the table. Detroit Love, what are your final thoughts on the Pong table from what we've seen now that they've been released?
Well, to be fair, it's not just Pong. It's other games on there. You know, I'm not sure what those games are. You know,
Like nine versions of Pong. Like nine versions of Pong.
I said from the start, you're going to need some coasters. They should have included some coasters, but apparently you're going to need some coasters because they didn't put plexi over the whole top. So get you some coasters, enjoy some Pong, then rock on, baby.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually worried about with that Pong table before we move on. The other thing that if throw up the picture if you can, if you got it.
The one from the Facebook group?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, find that if you can. So the other thing that I'm worried about, if you'll probably notice on any Arcade1Up, if you apply pressure to the edges of the artwork, you can typically get them to peel up. Like the vinyl or whatever it is that they use isn't super stuck on there. So I wonder if that's going to be rubbing up against people's like stomachs. People are going to have their forearms on there moving around. I'm wondering if the artwork, like the vinyl itself, is going to start to peel kind of around the edges as well. It'd be interesting to see what one of these things looks like after 30 days of use.
Yep. You know what? Paul made a great point here. And I really want to address this before we move on to the next topic. Is Arcade1Up keeps innovating, coming out with these great ideas, great licenses, great cabinets, but then it always seems to be. It's not that I think we're being too picky. It just seems like they miss the mark on certain things, and the things that they mess up on are the big things, not the little things. You know what I mean? Like the legacy cabinets. If you're over 5'9", you have to sit down to play. And the lowered control decks and things like that. There's big misses, right? And issues with the pinball machines. And I feel bad because a lot of my Arcade1Up review videos, I feel like I'm like, oh my God, there's always something wrong. And people only focus on that part of the video. But my goal is to say, here's what I don't like. Here's what needs improved, at least in my own opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. And here's the things that I like and they did well. That's how I do my videos. So I'm happy to tell you guys that they did hit what I think is a home run, and that's that Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet that I just built. I love that cabinet. That cabinet is spectacular. MichaelB, I can't wait to play you on it, and I'm looking forward to actually filming that review this weekend, giving you guys a sneak peek. It's going to be a predominantly positive review. I have very, 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 very few negative things to say about it. It's a great cabinet. MichaelB, to me, that's like a load off my chest. What about you, man?
Yeah, like I have the X-Men versus Street Fighter, and I gave that a very positive review as well. It's a really good cabinet. It's built well. Games play well. Wi-Fi is pretty good, so I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad that you'll enjoy yours because I pestered you so much to get one so we could play together, and I'm looking forward to that face-to-face. In regard to the Pong pub table, I've said right from the beginning, that's not something that appeals to me. I don't know because I'll never buy it, not because there's anything wrong with it, but I don't know if the issues that people have brought up are really that big a deal. I think most of the people who got it so far really like it. The only thing that kind of concerns me is most people pre-ordered this because they were told openly that the whole thing was going to have plexiglass over the top, that it was going to be covered. So, yeah. I mean, I'd be pretty mad if I bought it with that understanding to find out that that's not the final product. So that's a little disappointing because they were openly told, and then there was no warning or nothing put out to the consumer to let them know there were a change in production. So I think that's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. So moving on here, let's talk about AtGames. So AtGames put out a firmware update yesterday for the pinball machine. Came out late last night, and I did the update this morning, and very excited to see that as part of the firmware update, Farsight Studios has implemented some fixes or enhancements, improvements, whatever you want to call them, for the pinball games on the Legends Pinball, the 22 games included on the cabinet. They've now added some ball animations to the pinball. Now, what's interesting about that is the change is subtle, and what I noticed myself personally is because I downloaded the firmware at 6 a.m. before I started work. I played for about 40 minutes. I played 8 games or something. What I noticed is oh my God. Carl, you're killing me, man. What I noticed is that on the older tables, like the old Gottlieb tables, the ones where the ball is bigger, like Jack's Open, Centigrade 37, Big Shot, you can really kind of see the difference as the ball moves around the table if you look closely enough. If you stand far back away, you're not going to see it, but you do see that the ball is actually rolling. It doesn't look like a static egg moving across the screen. So that was cool to see. On some of the other tables I tried, like Victory and others, some of the newer Gottlieb, yeah, they're old, but newer Gottlieb tables, right? Newer Gottlieb tables. I didn't see the animations as predominant as on the older tables, but still it was cool to see. It was a subtle change. Restalgia, what else was in there that they did? What else can you tell us about this update from Farside Studios? And can we expect to see more updates down the road? What do you think, my friend? We can guess.
Well, I can say the firmware that came out yesterday also fixed some of the haptic audio delays that were going on some of those Gottlieb tables, so that's good. Because that would have been probably the number one pet peeve, at least that I would have had playing those. So it's good to see that that was kind of cleaned up. In terms of whether or not we're going to see more stuff, probably. I mean, the whole point of the AtGames system is that they can continuously improve, and when they do, they just send out a firmware update. And as far as I'm aware, they are still working fairly closely with Farside Studios. So I think there's just going to be constant refinement and improvements that they keep pushing out. So it's definitely something that's going to keep coming.
But I got to be honest, for our viewers, is we've had several firmware updates where the haptics keep getting tweaked. At some point, they need to nail this down. They need to stop tweaking the haptics. It needs to be, here's the haptics, they're good to go, moving forward, blah, blah, blah. And every single time they're like, okay, it's a little bit better. Okay, it's a little bit worse. Okay, it's a little bit better. And as a user, that frustrates you, right? So AtGames, very cool of you to add the ball animations. Other people are reporting that some of the tables look better, that they look clearer, that they look brighter, more enhanced visually. I've asked AtGames if that's true, and they said that wasn't part of the firmware release notes provided to them by Farside Studios. So I don't know if it's some people just looking at it and thinking it's been improved, but it hasn't. Guys, do you think the tables visually look better? We didn't get confirmation from AtGames themselves that was part of this update. They literally said it was just the ball animations as well as the haptic and audio fixes that went in. What do you think about that? Carl, did you upgrade your Legends pinball? And did you see any changes?
I did not even turn it on this week, so I have not got that update. I just turned it on, and you guys were complaining about the noise, so I told Google to turn it off. So, I'll do that
later. Carl, we love you so much, man. Yeah, and Conti says they're too weak now. And what's interesting is, like, there's nothing wrong with the Zach games, right? Like, the Zach games are like almost perfect in every way. Why are we having issues with the built-in tables, Restalgia? What's going on there?
Two different studios, man. They have different approaches on how they do their development. So,
yeah. Well, guys, that's pretty awesome. I was shocked to find out that was going to be part of the firmware update. So hey, let's at least give a shout out to Farside Studios for putting some updates in. Like, I honestly didn't think they were going to do it. And Zen Studios, this is the stuff we want to see on the Arcade1Up machines. You know, make the experience better. We did pay good money for these products, right? So, and these products should be great for the cost that we paid. No matter what company you bought, no matter what product you bought, they should be great, not passable.
Well, I'll say that I'd rather have some firmware that's dealing with the same issue than to have a machine that just dies in 3 weeks, because a lot of people have been complaining about those Arcade1Up cabinets just dying out of nowhere, and that would be very frustrating after having paid the normal price, and it would be extremely frustrating if you paid $800 and have that same experience. So I hope they are improving what they're going to be releasing for sure.
Yeah. Do you guys think we'll see the LCD version of these BitPixel marquees this year, or with all the delays and everything going on in the world? Is this something we might not see until the end of the year, if not 2022? What do you think, Steven?
I don't know.
I heard a rumor.
Oh.
Yeah. AtGames is going to be releasing a BYOG, bring your own BitPixel LCD where you could put a phone up there and then the phone with display.
I know where you're going with this.
Oh, enough. Oh, you guys are
The
clowns.
phone for the marquee.
You guys are cracking me up about all that stuff. Okay, so what else with AtGames? So now these fixes, though, did not... the ball roll wasn't added to the arcade cabinets. If you play these pinball games on the arcade cabinets, the animations to the ball, if I recall. But they did add, finally, multiplayer for the Gottlieb games on the arcade cabinets, which is something that they were missing. So it was nice to see that firmware update go in. We got a $10 super chat from Meatball Saucy. This is an AtGames community elephant with OTG frame skips. You can run the tests on Alien Test, and there's obvious frame skipping. The debate is around playability. Any comments from the panel? So, for instance, guys, I have the what is that called? The Rachel board. And this weekend, my plan is, as part of the many things I'm trying to get done this weekend, is I'm going to hook that up just to see. I doubt it's going to have any impact on it because that is more for the back glass than it is for the main playfield. But what I can tell you is I got my computer down there, although I got a stool in front of it. My VPX build, I have noticed some of the frame skipping on the main playfield as well. So it's not something that, like, I think anyone is hiding or it's an elephant in the room. I think it's there and it needs to be researched and addressed because that is a big selling feature of this pinball machine is the OCP and VPX initiative. Carl, we love you, man.
What I do?
Is that Carl or is that Mike?
That's not me. That's not me. I've not done anything. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't have a furnace directly above me, so I got a feeling it might be you.
Yep.
Hey, what do you want for dollar?
Carl's like, I don't even care, man. I'm checked out. So drunk.
So hopefully AtGames will research that and provide the community some information about that frame skip issue because I'm experiencing it myself, guys. And I'd like to know what we can do to make it better, right? Because, I mean, the whole concept of plugging in your own PC to this thing was a huge selling point for a lot of people for this pinball machine. Restalgia, you know a lot about this pinball machine. Anything additional you can add there, you think?
I wish I could. I have not experienced it because I do not have a pinball machine set up right now. So I can't speak to it because I haven't actually experienced it. I've got my hands on one. I've got my hands on a pinball machine now. It's just still in the box. I haven't opened it because I'm a box guy. I like to keep things sealed in their box. But eventually I'll open it up and I'll test it out. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not on that side of the equation when it comes to the work that goes into that HDMI port. And
so let me get this straight. You got your AtGames Legends pinball last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's still in the box.
It's still in the box. It came on Friday, I think. Maybe Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're literally the worst.
you know, hold on, wait a second. I still have my Marvel Arcade1Up pinball. And I got that like a month and a half ago, and it's still sealed in the box. I have not opened it.
Is your Outrun still in the box?
The Outrun is still in the box in the garage. My Legacy cabinets are both still in the box.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I got to tell you, after opening up Attack from Mars, it kind of was like, man, do I even want to open Marvel anymore? I don't know.
Well, if you don't like Attack from Mars, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That is the best of the tables.
Well, that doesn't mean that any of them are good then. That's actually not a good thing. I actually 100% think Star Wars is better than Attack from Mars.
Wow.
Just from my experience.
Yeah.
100%, I would say that do not buy Attack from Mars. If that's the one you wanted, buy Marvel or Star Wars. You'll be happier.
Guys, we got a $5 super chat from Ben Salazar. When will the additional 105 tables be available for download for ArcadeNet subscribers? There's a lot of folks on National Owners Day that held off on purchasing those packs at discounts, expecting to get those as part of their ArcadeNet subscription. Guys, you are going to get them as part of your ArcadeNet subscription. AtGames is diligently working on getting that whole delivery process set up where you'll be able to access it on your ArcadeNet whenever you log into a device. It'll be there. They are working on it. They're fine-tuning it. I think Restalgia can kind of cover the difference between setting them up on ArcadeNet versus setting them up as a game pack that's downloaded to you, which is, I think, technically an easier process. So it's going to happen, and it does appear that it's going to be happening, I'm assuming, within the next couple of weeks. So we should be hopefully seeing something here very, very soon. AtGames does have some exciting announcements coming very soon as well, guys. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. We don't want to ruin their thunder. But Restalgia can kind of speak to the difference between sending games out via download pack versus getting them up on an ArcadeNet subscription to access whenever they log in. What can you give people on that so they can kind of understand the reason for the delay?
I don't know that there's necessarily you mean like a delay between the launch time?
Yeah, like because the packs have been available for about a month.
March, since March.
About a month, and the ArcadeNet subscribers are waiting. Right, it's been a month.
Well, they're coming. They are coming. I don't know how much I can say in terms of like the level of difficulty. There is certainly.
That's amazing. I love it.
Okay. So the level of difficulty, I don't know that it's more difficult. I just think it's different. In terms of like the execution of it, it does take a little bit more work because you're dealing with individual tables, not a single package of multiple tables.
Right.
And then there's also the piece of like security. Like when you're buying those game packs, you own those game packs, right? So you can play them on your machine and it's not a problem. You can be online, offline, whatever. But with ArcadeNet, you're on a subscription, so they have to have like they have to have like a system in place that can identify, okay, this end user is still subscribed, they have access, and there's this constant communication that has to go on. So I think it makes things marginally more complicated, but it's just they're just doing some testing. They just want to make sure that these tables are released and that they are really, really good and a good experience. So, but they're coming. They're coming.
Switching gears real quick, Zohar asked a good question. He said, MVS announced they're working on a new project. Any news? Nothing that we can share, but it's kind of cool. So stay tuned. Bill McLaughlin, he'll let us know when we can say good things about that. Go ahead, MichaelB.
You have some stuff to talk about with AtGames, don't you? We got to talk about the Legends ecosystem and new people after buying all those people that bought the Legends Gamer Pro when it went on sale. What should they all sign up and do? Join ArcadeNet? You were going to bring some stuff for that?
I was going to bring stuff?
Yes, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, Mike, you get the full screen. Go ahead and sell it, buddy.
Yes.
All right. All you, Mike.
What's up? What?
Hey, Mike, what were you just talking about? That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, so there's so many of you guys out there that recently took advantage of the $100 sale on the AtGames Legends Gamer Pros. Everybody's got them in their house now. While you have them, take advantage of the entire AtGames Legends ecosystem. Check out ArcadeNet. You can find people like me online playing. Maybe we could have a game of Metal Slug X together. Just this past week was the 20th anniversary of Metal Slug X, so it'd be cool to celebrate together. We can play some online. I don't have a headset yet. That's one of the things that's killing me, so I've got to go pick up a new headset so we can even do voice chat while we're playing together, so that's pretty dope. Also, check out all the available games through it. There's lots of stuff you can do. All new owners, go check out the entire Legends ecosystem and find out the full advantages of your device. These guys here know even more than I do, so you guys want to jump in and add something to that?
ArcadeNet is cool.
Drunk Love t-shirts rock.
We got to make those.
Yeah, and I was going to say, don't forget to use SGDR coupon code in the Restalgia merch. For
it's RD. It's RD.
He doesn't even know the name of our show. Super GameRoom Dudes.
That's what I said.
You say SGR. SGR.
SGDR.
It's DR.
It's S Super Game. Oh, RD. Gotcha.
Wow. There is something else.
Hold on.
There is something else I want to throw out there too.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This is the guy.
SGRD.
This is the guy who him and I were having a healthy debate, because you debate with your friends. He's like, well, you know, PDubs, I did get my channel to 30,000 subscribers. I know how to read analytics. But SGRD,
SGRD. You got it. Hold on. Here's the problem, though. If I give out the proper coupon code, then everyone takes the discount, and then I lose my profit margin on those shirts.
So for the people that are here for real news, also for our Canadian viewers, the BitPixel is now available in Canada as well. You can actually go pre-order your BitPixel now through the brick. It went up today. So everybody, you Canadian people that wanted to buy a BitPixel, go check it out. The brick now has the BitPixel available. Go order yours today.
Yep. Well, okay, so and then that's about it for AtGames right now, right? That's all they got going on. I think we covered it. The pinball, firmware, ArcadeNet, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's talk iArcade, because we're running out of time here. iArcade also had a big announcement that they've partnered with Collector Vision. MichaelB, the Game Genie, you might have played a factor in this. Why don't you tell people what you did, you sneaky snoop?
Maybe anything is possible. No, I'm not going to take full credit for it. Actually, I know that some people in the iiRcade community or iiRcade community were mentioning that Sydney Hunter was a game they'd like to see on iiRcade. I know John, Gamester81, who was one of the developers. I mean, he's part of Collective Vision Games. They did the Sydney Hunter games. So I just reached out to John and asked if he wanted me to connect him. So I reached out to Gamester81 and gave him John's information and said, you guys should hook up. And they're both awesome dudes. So glad to see it worked out. And, you know, I'm not going to take any credit for it, but it was totally me. But, you know, I'm glad to see that it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, John keeps bringing in more and more licenses. And what's interesting is some of the things happening, even though Minshik, who's their head of licensing, Minshik Rowe, although he's doing a fantastic job, a lot of community referrals are coming in. That iArcade community, every day somebody is on that board saying, hey, I reached out to this person. I reached out to this publisher. I reached out to this person. I want your games on my iArcade. Guys, do you think that those efforts by the community are helping the iArcade secure licenses?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it puts them on the radar. I don't know what. I know Prince Malcolm is very, very involved in reaching out to different companies, trying to get them involved in bringing games over. I mean, this is kind of a special circumstance. Like Gamester81's a longtime YouTuber. There's a big connection there. He's a gamer for the truest sense, so he made something that's very good, and it's a good match. I mean, Zhang's, you know, the real deal. Gamster's the real deal, and I'm glad to see this on iArcade.
Yep.
You know, I wanted to mention something. You know, I watched the Tech Buzz show earlier, and they were talking about the piracy, and they were saying obscurity is worse than piracy. And I think this is great when people are communicating with Jong and getting them in touch with people and bringing these games to light so that they can actually live on a different cabinet. So I love this idea that people are talking and spreading the good word about the games that's available, and it's good to see that all these games are coming. That's the reason why I bought the iArcade. I wanted to see something new. I wanted to see something fresh, something more modern. And these guys are doing it, man.
Now, we do show Zohar gave us a $2 super chat. Back to the MVSX real quick. He said he predicted a 51 Capcom cab as their new product coming soon. We can't give any spoilers, but I like how you think. So is all we can say. This obviously right here, guys, if you don't know what this is the Sydney Hunter game. I've actually never played it before. MichaelB, have you played it? And is this a good game?
Yeah, and I also really have to apologize to John because about 2 years ago, he gave me a review copy of this game when it first came out, and I still have never done that review, so I'm very sorry, John. But yes, I've played it. I have it on my Switch currently.
Yep. So in the last couple of weeks, they've announced partnership with Collector Vision. They're getting pretty much, it sounds like he wants to get all their games. We're getting 2 of the Sydney Hunter games. There's a Tron, like a game that's a Tron style game. What is the name of that one? Do you get light car? Is it light car racing? Something like that. And then I'll find it right here. And then also Here, we got to find it right here. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have it pulled up.
While you're looking, if you go over to my Teespring store, you can use coupon code DRGS for 10% off.
It's SGRD.
Oh, no, it's RGDS. Right?
What? Super Game Room Dudes. SGRD.
Right. Yeah. SGDR. Got it.
You just said it wrong again. God, you're killing me. You're doing this on purpose.
I am just, now I'm having fun with it.
All right.
But did you find what you were looking for?
No, because I was yelling at you.
Scroll any longer.
I was yelling at you.
Jeez.
Oh,
I can't keep carrying the show, PDubs.
Oh, that's it. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. Guys, put it in the live chat. What were the three? Light Grid Racing.
Light Grid Racing.
Which is a lot like it seems to mirror like Tron, right? Like seems to be. And I did buy this one, and I only played it for like 3 minutes because I buy it, it downloads, and I check it out real quick, and I can kind of tell right away because iArcade gives you that 30-minute window where you can refund it if you're not interested. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna like this game. So I need to play it some more. Literally, I've played it for like 3 minutes. That's it. So I can't give you a good opinion on it, but I thought it was really cool. And then what was the other one?
The Curse of the Mans and the Spunky's Supercar.
Spunky Supercar. Yes, I bought that one too. Again, today. Only played for 3 minutes. And again, I enjoyed it. I was like, because I love testing these games in that refund period. That's so awesome. I'm like, okay, I'm going to like this game. I'm going to keep it. So that game was cool too, because you're driving and with the tombstones and you're jumping over, jumping the car over everything. I thought it was a lot of fun, man. I thought it was really cool. Did you guys pick any of these games up?
Not yet.
I didn't get any of the new ones. I just bought 3 games a couple days ago, actually. Oddmar, I love that game. That's like an Android game. Honestly, I don't see myself buying any retro game on this machine. I'm going to only be buying the modern games, I think. I think that's where my money's going. It's all to the modern games. So I don't remember the name of the other one. The game with you use the 2 sticks and you use it as a shooter. It's like a first-person horror type of shooter. What is that called? Something Dead something.
Dead Cells?
Yes,
Not Dead Cells. No, not Dead Cells.
No.
Dead
Effect.
Dead Effect 2. Dead Effect 2, yes. Dead Effect 2. And what was the other one that I bought? Oh, Riptide, whatever that.
Riptide Renegade. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like, I went into this, and I've said it in my review. I've said it 1,000 times. I was like, there's no way this stuff is going to be fun. I don't get it. Who's this cabinet for? But it was those 2 games specifically. I started playing, and I was like, this is fun, man. This actually is fun. It's enjoyable. I'm surprised how much I like it. Like, Dead Effect especially. Like, it makes no sense. I should not want to play a first-person shooter on an arcade cabinet, but it works.
Yep. Can't wait for Toe Jam and Earl to be released. That was a cool announcement, of course.
Yeah, that's definitely day one buy.
And guys, it's coming. It's coming very, very soon. What is this, guys? Some guy named Patrick Walton, no clue who this clown is. Let the bodies hit the floor soon. What game is coming soon, guys? Is Optimization almost done? Is Retromania Wrestling going to be released? And also, why is that on my living room floor? Let's talk about it. What is that right there?
I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen that.
I don't like this.
All right, someone's trolling us in the chat right now, so we're going to have to take care of that.
No, I don't think there's trolling us. They're just writing about poop.
Yeah, well, we don't have time for that.
Everybody poos.
Yes. So
It's somebody from Arcade1Up who's not happy about all of our earlier conversations.
Well, I mean, we're just being honest, Also, yes, guys, more cool stuff coming soon when John gets back from his little hiatus. He's going to that video game show, that conference down in Bloomington, Illinois. And when he comes back next week, he's going to have some announcements for everybody. I hope he finally announces the next online co-op game for everybody, because I'm super excited to get behind the wheel and play with everybody. You know what I mean? Get behind the wheel.
Oh, did someone just break NDA?
I didn't break NDA. I just said I'm super excited to get behind this. You know what I mean? And play with everybody.
You said get behind the wheel. You went too far. You almost, and then you went too far.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
A little bit too far.
Master if the guys on the iArcade community know anything about PDubs on the fan pages, master of misdirection. So there you go. So guys, lots of cool stuff. Keep your chins up. Keep excited. Prices are going up, but the games are still going to be here. We're all going to be having a lot of fun enjoying our games with all these companies. Minus that, what else is happening with iArcade? Tempered glass orders were taken, so hopefully those will be shipping soon. And I think that's about it for them. Nothing else on their front, right? What else do you guys have on your hopper? What else is on your mind, MichaelB, the Game Genie, before we cut everybody loose?
Not much. I've got my 2 legacy cabs last week. I've started playing with them. I did a stream earlier this week where I played the Capcom one. Gave some of my early impressions of the comfort of playing with it. Hoping tomorrow night I'm going to be able to put my kid to sleep at a reasonable hour, and I'm going to stream the Midway Legacy. I'll do all the games on that. And then next week, I'm hoping that I get a lot of time because I still want to get my AtGames Legends Gamer Pro review done. And I'd like to get at least one of the legacy cabs reviewed next week. That's pretty ambitious for me because I'm slow. I write scripts and I try to make my videos Martin Scorsese-esque, even though they're poop. But, I'll try my best and I'll see what I can get done next week. That's my plan. And Chill and Chat Monday night. So I think that one's going to be about do I regret getting the legacy cabs and selling my original models? I think that's probably what I'll talk about Monday night.
Yep, guys, after last week's show, I did a live stream on Sunday just to hang out with viewers for a bit. But then I haven't filmed any content in almost a week. So I'll be working on videos this weekend. I got a lot of good stuff lined up you don't want to miss. I got to get caught up on this giant pile of things to do. And of course, guys, we'll keep our eyes out. And if there's any firmware updates for your Arcade1Up pinball machines, we'll let you know. And, when it comes to Arcade1Up and Zen Studios,
Because we're still ready to believe you.
we want to believe you. We want those firmware updates. Make them happen. Restalgia, what do you got coming up on your channel?
I've got my iArcade review coming up, my Attack from Mars pinball review coming up. I've got a couple videos on some portable handhelds coming up. Eventually, I'm going to open up my Outrun cabinet and my AtGames pinball machine and my Marvel pinball machine. Got lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff coming.
When's the short big buck hunter review?
Man, I don't even know if I'm going to review that cabinet anymore. I'm very
Daisy Dukes.
I don't know if I'm going to. One, I don't think anyone wants to see me in those kind of shorts. I think that there's going to be a lot of people that'll be scarred for the rest of their lives if I have to wear short shorts and a belly shirt. I don't know.
You don't have to do that. Just do a normal review. I'm fine with that.
Guys, I want to see your comments on the outro, so don't leave just yet, guys. Thanks as always for tuning into the Super Game Room dudes. Carl, send everybody on their way.
All right, guys, and since PDubs left me out because he think I'm drunk, I will be releasing videos on the Countercade, giving you step by step. This thing is battery operated, so right now it's at 4.5 hours, and the battery is at 58%. So you can get tons and tons of hours with this thing, and so stay tuned for those videos. And guys, we appreciate you. Make sure you are subscribed to all of us. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.